Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Open eCry market commentary for the week of September 4th. My name is Toby Gennaro from Trade with Precision, and we'll just be taking a look at the short week here with the Labor Day holiday yesterday. Markets were closed, and we'll be looking at some of the U.S. indices and foreign currencies and commodities to see what's in store for us for the remainder of the week. So just leading off here with the ES futures and looking at the S&P 500, looking at the monthly chart, we just closed out the month of August and with another bullish candle. So if we look back over the last 3 months, we've had successive higher highs and higher lows over the last 3 months with the last 3 candles. And so we're just kicking off now the month in September. People are going to be getting back from summer holiday, and volumes will probably start picking up here into the month of September, October. And looking for maybe some of those, those rallies into the elections here in the U.S. and potentially into year end, and that's kind of confirmed with, some of the trends that we're seeing here on the weekly and the daily charts. So right now we just had a nice run up. We got a fairly indecisive candle on the weekly chart, and we've had 3 successive weeks of really consolidation, not really a major pullback, but a pullback nonetheless, and really a consolidation there in the last 3 weeks. And as you look at the daily chart, you can see kind of that flat consolidation with a couple touches there right around that 1395 level. And so as you can see, I have this 1386 level that's in there, which is really the next level of support, and that couples really nicely with a 50% retracement of the last move, that low that we had a couple of weeks ago, and then just moving right up into that high, and then just looking for a pullback, potentially back to either this 1395 level to go higher, or possibly that 1386 level. So it's going to be more than likely one of those. But for right now, not really looking for a break of this 1395 level. That's been holding pretty well. So I'd be looking for potentially a bounce off of this, and then at least getting back to some of these highs on the weekly chart, at least, if not looking to break that 1425 level and then move to a new high. So that's pretty much what the ES futures look like. If you move down to some of the other time frames like the 240, the 120, and the 60, we've been getting some great diverging setups at the low down around here, and then at the highs, people have really been trading this range. So keep a lookout for some of the diverging setups on the lower time frames. It might give you some clues as to whether we might be going lower into that 1386 level, or whether we might be getting a bounce back up into this level of 1412, and then potentially look for a consolidation and then a break of that level to then move higher back into that 1425 level. That's really the outlook for the S&P futures here in the next couple of days. And looking here at the small cap stocks on the Russell 2000 futures charts, and just starting out here on the higher time frames with the monthly, similar story here as to the ES futures. We just had one indecisive candle there in the middle of a couple of bullish candles over the last couple of months, but overall higher highs, higher lows, and then kicking off a new candle there with the month of September. And you can see the nice trend that's developed here on the weekly chart with a couple of nice, very bullish candles there, which kicked us up to that most recent high of around 827, and we're still looking up to that high of 857. So still pretty bullish on the Russell 2000 charts. Looking at the daily chart, very similar to the ES, we've got a little bit of a consolidation here on the daily. Consolidation candles right there in the buy zone, which tells us more than likely we're going to get a higher probability break to the upside than we would to the downside. All the moving averages in alignment across all the charts. Very positive, very bullish sign as we move over to the 480 charts. We can see that we're getting a pullback right into that level, right around 805, 800, which has been great support for quite some time now. So really would be anticipating a bounce off of this level, and then potentially getting some consolidation at some of these levels, and then potentially moving higher, at least back up into that 827 level, and then in future weeks potentially looking for a longer term move back up into that 857 level. So still pretty bullish on the small cap stocks, and keep an eye out for for your daily charts here, and also the 480, and looking if we can get a nice smallish bullish setup candle right here in the buy zone. Don't really have one as of yet. We had one right back there probably last week, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, actually last week, the week before, and then got a nice move off that, pulled right back down here. So if we can get another one, a nice small bullish candle, which would really help us control our risk, that would give us a pretty nice setup there on the daily chart. And if we can get a confirmation on a 480, that would be perfect. So that's kind of what we're looking for in terms of the small cap stocks, but we're definitely bullish on the U.S. indices. And looking here at the euro pound, have a nice solid downtrend here as we're looking at the monthly chart, lower highs, lower lows. A nice rundown here recently over the past quite a few months. And then you can see that detailed out pretty nicely on the weekly chart. And what I'm looking at right here is this nice bearish candle right here in and amongst that 10 and 20 period moving average. Nice trend flow trade setup. We're looking for a break of that level and then looking to take that short. So as we look down on the daily chart, we have a little level of consolidation there. And as you can see, that candle right there went back up, basically almost back up to the high, put in a nice rejection candle there. So again, we're looking to break pretty much of the swing low of those candles, or at least that one bearish candle right there. If we can get a break of that, then we'll be looking to take this short right back down into some of these levels of like 78, or potentially back into the low of 77.5. So keep an eye out for the euro pound. Looks like a nice short setup there on the weekly and in the daily charts. And looking at one other foreign currency pair here, the euro CAD, just two charts, the weekly and the daily. Extended downtrend here for quite a number of years, going all the way back to 2009. A lot of consolidation around here. We just got moving back to the downside again here. In recent weeks, we got all the moving averages fanned out again, the 200, the 50, the 20, the 10. Just got a little rally back up into the sell zone. Got a nice, very small bearish candle setting up right there on the weekly chart. So we'll be looking for a break of that candle to the short side as we go down to the daily chart, looking for our second time frame for the setup. Have a little bit of a consolidation here. All the moving averages rolled over again. Nice rejection candle right there, and if we can get a break of that candle here in the next day or so, we'll be looking to take that short back down into that most recent low of 121. So take a look at that one, see if you like the trend flow setup. Charts are looking pretty good on that one, and looks like overall be pretty good short setup on the EuroCAD. So that'll wrap up the commentary for the week of September 4th. I'd like to thank you again for watching the Open eCry market update, and we look forward to speaking to you again next week.